I just woke up this morning in a very thick bush and something came into my mind and I said, let me address this issue today. That thing is the major problem that faces our small scale businesses in my region. Small scale business are bound to fail because of the aptitudes that the business personnel employs. Most people always ask me, is it the amount of money that they're investing in the business or whatever? And I say to them, the the truthful answer there is no. It's not about how much you invest in the business that makes the business to flourish. What the amount contributes, but only 20% of the sources of the business. What plays the major role is your attention and your attitudes towards the business. Number one, let's take for instance, you want to start up a business and you have, let's just say, $100, and some other person want to start that same business and he has $1,000. You know from analysis or from many perspectives that the person starting with $1,000 will flourish more than the person starting with $100. But in most cases, in the research that I have carried in years back, months back, have shown us that those things are lie. What did I say? That those things are lie. It is a research proven scenario. Now I walk from bush to bush, showing you places that are beautiful. Today I find myself in a thick bush and I'm here to tell you about business, not to tell you about the name of the place that I found myself. Though I'll still tell you the name. Now, most of the business that we're having in Africa, which are small scale business, are failing because we do not use the right attitude towards the business. Our major goal in making business is profit. But sometimes we forget about profit and talk about money, income. How much are we making? Not the amount you are making is your profit. Just understand this. You may be making $10,000, $50,000 weekly, but that may not be your profit. Your profit is when you remove the whole expenses from the scratch, from the starting point till that particular moment you are, the remaining in the fund is what we call the profit. Assuming you started with 10,000 and after a week your money was 20,000, then you say that the extra 10,000 that you have on top of it is the profit. You are getting it wrong. Why? Because the extra 10,000 may not be the profit because you have not removed the expenses that you have there. If you are doing business, there are other external money that you put inside the business that you do not even calculate. Maybe somebody calls you to come and meet him. Maybe as let's me use myself as an example. I'm a photographer and a video blogger. Now somebody called me to come and cover event for a person. I charge something like 25 to $50 depending on the occasion. Sometimes $100 depending on what they are doing there. If, for instance, I go there and the place is not very cool for me and I have to rent apartment before the event or spend some days during the event time, I pay for the hotel room, I do other things, not inside the money that they are paying me, but from my own pocket. Then after that, I forget about that particular money that I have spent in my feeding my crews and the rest of them. Then, and they paid me $70 or $100, and I come out and said, wow, I have made $100. You see, I got it wrong because I have not excluded my expenses. And without me excluding my expenses, I see that I am making this thousand a month, this a month. I am not removing my house rent, my shop rent, my travel expenses, and the rest of them. I am getting it all wrong That is the major problem that the small scale business are having. Now, what brought me to this is that most small scale business, they rush into loaning. Though this will be a topic of another day, but let me just explain what I mean by loaning. If you go to any financial institute, let's just say if JDC Network is a financial institute and you want to start a business that you are starting, you do not need loan to start it. You need to build the business from the scratch. You need to build it from the scratch. Now, you need to understand what is flexibility. Is this business going well in the region that I saw myself? If it is not going well, you look for another location. That is why those making movie and script, that is what they used to call script. In the script, we have certain places that you are going to go and capture some certain things. Like me now, I'm inside the bush doing my own thing. I don't go inside the studio often, even though we have studio. JDC Network has the studio, but we choose to show you some places that are very beautiful. Just look at this. I am in the forest. The only thing that I hear the sound here, I don't hear the sound of motorcycle, I don't hear the sound of anything. The only thing that I hear is the sound of animal. Maybe the bird, the animals that are moving around. What is that? Elephants? Is elephants here? Well, I don't know. Maybe we will see when we enter inside the bush, we will still know that. Now, please, if you want to do business, a small scale business, forget about the amount you have. What I want you to focus on is, how do I achieve this particular thing? I want you to be a problem solver. And if you can solve problem with the little money you have, you can go far. Understand this and follow the principle. In our next video, I'm going to drop step by step on how you can achieve $100, $1,000 from only $10. This is practical and we have done this before. Thanks for watching. Remember to thanks.